Just a quick message to say thanks for everyone for staying at home. I know it's disruptive, work is disruptive, but we're all in this together. And we're doing it for the greater good. Help the NHS. Save lives. Stay at home.
Hi guys, we're all aware of the fantastic job that the NHS are doing at the moment. It's been incredible. So let's help them out by staying at home and saving lives. Thank you.
Diolch to everyone who is staying at home at the moment. I know it's really hard, I know it's disruptive, and I know work is suffering. But we're all in it for the greater good, and we're in it together. Protect our NHS, save lives, and stay at home. Thank you.
Just like to say a really big thank you to all those key workers working hard within Wales to keep us safe and sound. Diolch.
Our key workers are doing such an important job. Diolch to everybody and continue the fantastic work. It's important that all of us in Wales stay at home and protect the NHS.
Help the NHS. Protect lives. Stay home.
Are your team ready for this?
Oh yeah, this will be a tough game. It's Bosnia's last chance to go for that third playoff spot. I think, sometimes with success comes complacency, but not with this group of players. Highly focused all week on the next job, the next challenge. That's tomorrow. We know what's being said. If we get a point or if we win, we're going to qualify. We can't control that. We can only control our own preparation, and the captain and the players have been absolutely fantastic all week. We've got a hell of a good group of players. Great togetherness. We will attempt to do what we've done all campaign, and I think the one thing these boys do when they walk on the pitch, they show everybody what it means to them to represent their country, and they've created an identity for themselves. So that's what we have to do.
I think the lads are bang on it this week. We've got a lot covered on the grass and in the meeting room. So if anything, it's been a more focused week, but at the same time it's been quite relaxed, and it seems like business as usual. So I think the lads are in great spirits, and as I say, really just really focused on the task. It's about us playing the game, not the occasion, and just really focusing on what our jobs are and roles in the team, and within that 90 minutes, and then trying to get the job done. And if we do that, we'll be okay.
It's been impressive. I think it's a nice thing to see for all different kinds of nations, the smaller nations, for example, to actually build a generation of players and have a good coach to lead them with a lot of discipline and hard work. And obviously having a couple of world-class players helps as well. But it's been great to see, and I wish them all the best. I've played a good lot against these guys. I know these guys really well week in and week out, and I wish them all the best. And I'm sure they qualify and enjoy the European Championships, and hopefully we can join them there and then see if we can play them and beat there again.
Go on the pitch tomorrow night, put it on the line, take it to Bosnia, and hopefully our fantastic travelling fans and all the supporters we have at home, the Welsh population, we can make them proud with another good performance.
So the Bosnian side, Begovic of Chelsea in goal. Across the back, Muja, Spahic, Sunic and Zukanovic. Hadzic is playing just in front of that back line. Mirolam Pjanic and Salihovic, two midfield players, creators. And in front of them, Edin Viška, Vidar Ibisevic and Senad Lulic. And the referee is Alberto Vandlano Majenko. And he will be known to Gareth Bale because he took charge of the Madrid derby in which Gareth played 24 minutes last weekend.
10 bookings as well, wasn't it, in the game? So
he didn't stand much messing.
No, he didn't. It was quite interesting before the game there. They've had a group picture, not a team picture, with the Bosnian side and the referee, and they mingled with each other. So it was a nice little touch, wasn't it? But I'll tell you what, when this crowd sing, they all sing. And it was, well, all four sides really, isn't it? Because we've just got a little corner in the far side from us. But this is where it all starts.
Former Wales captain Kevin Ratcliffe alongside me here on BBC Radio Wales and 5 Live Sport Extra. As the Wales team emerge from their last-minute huddle, it's Bosnia all in blue, kicking off, playing from left to right. Wales all in red. Top of Group B are Chris Coleman's men. Can this be the night they cross the finishing line and make it to France next summer? And immediately Jazz Richards, now Fulham of course, lets the ball go out on the far side. That's the Wales right, just in front of his own penalty area. And he's been a real find in some ways for Chris Coleman in the last few games. Bale on halfway, lovely back heel to Hal Robson-Kanu. Bale was caught though. He's now rolled over and he's up now, having been knocked on the back of the head. Seems okay. Maybe displaced the bun a little. As Bosnia attack down the left-hand side. This is Pjanic playing a central role. On the outside is Mujta, moving down the right-hand side. Bale blocked the attempted cross from deep. Goes out for a Bosnian throw down the right side. 0-0, a minute gone.
Well, actually playing with a 4-man back four, but the holding midfield player is actually dropping in to make 3 men at the back. Hadzic, who's he's a sitting man, but hopefully, he won't be worrying about Gareth Bale. More Aaron Ramsey might give a little bit more space to Bale really to run at the two centre backs, and one of them doesn't look that quick, and that being Spahic, is it?
Spahic,
Sunic is a good 6'5".
He is. He's very tall. I don't think Wales are going to get much change in the air.
Here we go.
Long ball over the top from Ashley Williams, and a defence, poor header back, and Begovic had to come to the edge of his penalty area, cleared away as Gareth Bale homed in.
That's it.
On a weak back pass from Sunic, who plays for Stuttgart.
You see he's not the quickest, and he will be worried about Gareth.
Pjanic floats the ball out to the near side. This is Viška. Viška takes on Ben Davies, breaks into the Wales penalty area, lays it back for Pjanic, put it past him. Aaron Ramsey smuggles the ball away from Wales.
Go on, have a run.
Plays Bale on the left-hand side. The booth will tell you who's on the ball. The Madrid striker breaks into the penalty area. Robson-Kanu was waiting, couldn't get the ball past two defenders, lays it back to Ramsey. Ramsey's robbed just inside the penalty box. And Bosnia come away with it. 2.5 minutes gone, still goalless.
Oh, I think Gareth could have maybe tried to find Robson-Kanu there a little bit earlier, the other centre-back. Spahic had come across to help his mate Sunic, who was up against Gareth Bale. 1v1, tried to give him a little bit of cover, leaving Robson-Kanu. I just think he's just got to put the ball in behind the crossfield.
That was a good opening, and already Bale looks to have the pace to trouble this defence. Ledley, oh, that was slack, just didn't look. Played the ball forward off the side of his foot to Hadzic. Now Bosnia tried to make their way down the Wales right, but Chris Gunter scurries across. 60-second cap for the Reading player tonight. Throw-in taken quickly. Break into the penalty area. But again, that's good tackling by Jazz Richards, and then Richards is caught by Lulic, who plays for Lazio.
Well, the movement off the ball by the Bosnians is really good at the moment. And we've just got to be, like I said before, resilient for 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. The pace will drop out the game. But they're looking very lively going forward.
It's been a horrible day in Zenica and even in Vitesse where we were, and there's rain sprawling in the air. It's almost like home, Kevin, almost like home. What's that? Free kick. Well, Harold Robson-Kano appeared to be sandwiched by two Bosnian defenders then, but the decision went the home side's way. They're ranked 30th in the world.
They've got to split the three lads up front, Aaron Ramsey being one, and he's got to come over here because the fullbacks free as a bird.
Ramsey does go across to put pressure on Sinic, who looks for Hadžić, plays his football at Sturm Graz in Austria, pokes the ball out to the left side. Jazz Richards beaten in the air, but that's good clearance by Williams, picks out Hal Robson-Kano. Lulic is across there, Wales come away with it with Robson-Kano striding purposefully down the right-hand side into Ramsey. Ramsey to the edge of the penalty area. Here comes Neil Taylor. Oh, he was flying through the air, just got a little volley on it, and it went nearer the touchline than the goal, and Taylor has to sprint back and knock the ball up for a throw.
I don't think it's Neil Taylor's forte finishing, is it? Well, what a lovely ball by Ramsey. He's just put it in the mixer, hasn't he? Hoping that somebody's there. But Joe Allen breaking things up and starting things. That's what he's there for in midfield.
5 minutes gone, 0-0. Remember, Wales need only a point from their last two games to qualify for a major tournament final for the first time since 1958. And they'll be happy to see that ball spin out of the grip of Zukanovic, who's the Sampdoria player, 8th cap tonight. Went herring down that left-hand side, did the fullback. Richards with the throw for Wales. Robson-Kano again has two players around him.
I think he's got 2 or 3, hasn't he? All challenging for the ball.
And Bosnia, who are 4th in the table. It's Wales on 18 points at the top, Belgium on 17 points, Israel on 13, Bosnia on 11. Wales guaranteed a playoff place, but what a disappointment that would be now. Bosnia need a win to have any chance of staying in the playoff contention, you would think, with Israel playing Cyprus. Of course, the other scenario is that if Israel do not beat Cyprus tonight, then Wales will qualify anyway. So we will keep you up to date with events in Israel as the long ball goes over the top of the Welsh defence and up for a goal kick. 6.5 minutes. You're listening to BBC Radio Wales and 5 Live Sport Extra here in Zenica in Bosnia Herzegovina, and it's Bosnia 0, Wales 0. This is Kevin Ratcliffe.
Yeah, Jazz Richards really defending well at the back post there. Unusual mistake from Ashley Williams, heading the ball rather than letting it go through to the keeper. My only sort of thing for that is that maybe it is that loud out there with the supporters that he's not heard the shout from Wayne Hennessy or anybody else around him. What are they doing here?
Well, Robson-Kano went through, he just seemed to jump for the ball. There didn't seem to be too much in it. Well, who's that down? Is that Lulic, the Lazio player? No, it's Zukanovic, who has to get...
Sampdoria player, isn't it? Zukanovic, the fullback, was it?
Zukanovic, yeah. And Wales obviously felt there was...
Tell you what, I can't believe how far Aaron Ramsey is forward. He's
yes, well, they're taking the game to Bosnia, as Chris Coleman said they would. Taylor was a little
I don't know,
reckless with that.
I thought he got a touch on that, Rob.
It was on Vizca, who plays in Turkish football.
Panic is a little bit like Eden Hazard, isn't he, of Chelsea?
He's very much short.
like him, short.
Yeah. He's not quite got the pace on the sprint as Pjanic. A mistake by Davis. And they're in here! And it was a shot across the Welsh goal by Vizca, who was fouled.
It's an appeal for offside there, Rob, but I'm not quite sure if it was. I mean, that's a let-off. He's hit across goal. I think he's gone for the far post. But
all came from a mistake by Ben Davies.
Well,
that
he slipped
as he went to
he slipped,
clear.
Very greasy. We've had a lot of rain here today. It's only just stopped.
Well, you wouldn't bet against goals in this game. One side has scored 3 goals in each of Bosnia's last 5 games. They've had a really... Remember, they were top seeds for this group, but they made an awful start. And they're now playing catch-up, having changed their coach mid-group as well, as Richards lofts the ball into the Bosnian half, headed away by Sunjic. Chested down by Lulic. Out to Sukanovic. Lulic has made a run forward. Gunter's gone with him. Gunter's presence is enough to put off Lulic, and it's a Wales throw. 10 minutes gone, 0-0.
Poor touch by Lucic, wasn't it? Very tight in the midfield area, Rob. And there's not much space to play in. You've got to earn the right.
Richards looks for Robson Carter with a long throw. Ramsey climbed high then, too early.
They're playing for everything in the air. You know, they're sort of going to ground very, very easy.
Free kick Bosnia, 10 yards inside the Wales half. Go back to Hadžić, who plays it across the halfway line to Sunjic, who looks to switch play back out to that Bosnian left. First time ball in from Lulic, but it's hiked away by Gunter, the most capped player in this Welsh squad. And it's a Bosnian throw on halfway. Still okay for Wales, still goalless, but a long way to go. As Sunjic moves forward into the Welsh half, leaves it to Mudja. Plays a Freiburg. Hadžić across the centre
Gareth Bale
circle.
can just push on a little bit more, I feel. Now, it's one part of the maybe he's got to think a little bit more about when they've got the ball, make the ball go one way.
Pjanic on the ball inside the Wales half. Plenty of red shirts in front of him at the moment though, so he goes back to Hadžić, just inside his own half. Left to Spahic, back inside to Hadžić, moves across the halfway line, out to the right-hand side, where Mudja is there. But they're just happy to play the ball around the halfway line at the moment. Joe Allen thought about making a challenge, but the ball had gone back by then.
I think Gareth's got to make it happen here. He's got to be the one that's closing the centre-back down. You know, as soon as he goes back to him this time, he's got to go, fly at him. They're going nowhere though, Rob. They've just passed it around the halfway line, so that's good.
Ramsey tried to put a foot in, ball was played forward, intercepted by Ledley. Lovely header by Ramsey to Bale. Bale, there was a little kick out of him at him then by Mudja, but he's on the ball now. Plays it inside, poor ball though. And it'll be a Welsh throw on halfway. Ben Davies to take, still goalless. 12 minutes gone.
Was a little kick out at him, wasn't there?
That was Mudja, Mensur Mudja of Freiburg. Just as he went past, his one foot was off the ground and just had a little dig at Bale's calf. Taylor with the throw for Wales, in front of us. Down the Welsh left. Ramsey was held as he tried to turn, let the ball drift past his body. Hadžić.
And the thing is, you don't have to foul there because the ball's skidding. Once it hits the surface, it's skidding on to the other midfield player. But this is an opportunity to whip the ball in for Aaron. What can we do?
It's a free kick to Wales. It's about 15 yards from the corner of the Bosnian penalty area. Maybe a little bit further out than that. Everything is to Ramsey's right. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Welsh players just inside the box or on the edge. 2 waiting just outside. Ramsey floats over the free kick. I think he tried to beat Begovic to the far post. I'm not sure whether the keeper had it covered, but it drifted past anyway.
It's gone way past, I think, Rob. I think if you're going to try and score there, you've got to go for the near post. But it was definitely a try because there was nobody going in round the back post area. But look how we're set up, Rob. You know, it looks like we've got the 3 strikers up there. know, it's maybe 3 at the back and 4 in midfield with the 2 wing backs for Sean.
The captain, Williams, heads the ball away. Allen doesn't make much of the first chance. Wins a header though, little Joe Allen. And Bosnia have it in their own half. Hoisted forward by Sparhich. Gunter heads inside, Davis picks it up, back to Gunter. Richards has it down the right hand side, pulls it away from the sliding Mudja. Cleared up to Hal Robson-Kanu. Bale is offside by about 5 yards.
It was always going to win it as well, Robson-Kanu, wasn't it? It's just that Gareth Bale was so far forward, he couldn't get back on side. Never even tried, he knew it was too far to make up.
He's reveling in this cult hero status he has, Hal Robson-Kanu. The Welsh fans sing their very own song about him.
He sort of seems so switched on, Robson-Kanu. You know, he knows what his job's about, I think.
Scored 1 goal in this campaign against Cyprus. One of the 3 players other than Gareth Bale who've scored for Wales. But once Williams is beaten in the air by Ibasivic. And Davis clears out for a throw to Bosnia, midway inside the Welsh half, down on the right-hand side. Mudja takes it. Ledley cleared away by Allen. Little cushioned header by Sparhich of Hamburg. And Gunter is in quickly, but it breaks to Hadjic. But he runs into Joe Allen. Good tackle by the Liverpool player, and then he's brought down.
Great closing down by Wales. You know, it all starts with Jazz Richards' ball gets played from right to left, and he sprints out, and then everybody has got to follow suit. If they don't, you get caught out, but they weren't. Chris Gunter was squoze, so was Joe Allen.
15 minutes gone, 0-0. A point enough for Wales. I must keep emphasising that here on Radio Wales Sport and 5 Live Sport Extra. Ramsey inside his own half, back to Gunter. Gunter forward in the air onto the head of Robson-Kanu. Chris Coleman thought that was should be a Welsh throw, but he applauds the efforts of Kanu anyway.
Should have gone forward a little bit sooner. Maybe overplayed a little bit too much that time, Rob. Bosnians really closing us down and making us play it quickly at the back.
What I will say, Kevin, is that it's quieter now than it was before the game in this stadium.
Well, you know, we're getting to a period where, you know, they've not really created one chance they've created at the moment. That all the plays in front of us, and the one time that they have got in behind, they've missed the target. Very wary of ourselves and what we've got going forward.
Pjanic, good ball inside right position to Ibisevic. That time Davis makes a short tackle for a Bosnian throw, right hand side taken quickly to Pjanic, level with the Welsh penalty area.
Well
Offside.
played. That is good play from the defence. You know, the players made the run early, they've held the ground. He's drifted into an offside position. Well played.
Wales have not conceded a goal in 5 matches. In fact, it's been 8 hours and 24 minutes at the start of this game. When they last conceded, that was nearly a year ago against Cyprus. It's been a terrific Welsh defensive performance. Now, a long ball forward is picked up by Bale, 5 yards from the penalty area. And he wants a corner. And it's a goal kick. Kevin Ratcliffe.
Well, there's no favours there from the Spaniard, was there? You've got to learn a bit more Spanish, maybe, Gareth, and give him a bit of stick in there.
Well, he didn't even think, did he? Just ran towards the penalty area, just assuming that was a corner.
There's no way that Gareth kicks it out there for a goal kick.
Williams wins the header again from Begovic's clearance.
Just put it over the top and Gareth.
Taylor plays it forward, looking for Robson-Kanu. Robson-Kanu wins it.
Oh, what is going on, referee? Every bit of contact. You know, he's a big 6'5" centre-half, and he's going to ground so easy.
That was Sunjic.
It was for me, it's a 50-50 challenge, but 50-50 challenges these days, whoever comes out on top of it actually loses it and the foul goes against them.
He actually made his debut against Wales in Llanelli in 2012, a game Bosnia won by 2-0. Dzeko was magnificent. Just a reminder, Dzeko's on the bench tonight.
Ashley Williams just getting a little bit too close to Ibisevic. Yeah, he likes a little bit of contact. He looks as if he's a target man. He works his body well.
Bosnian
Patience.
free kick on halfway, 5 yards inside the Wales half. Pjanic chips it over to the left, square though, not forward. And it's picked up by Hadžić. Pjanic again inside the centre circle, almost cut up by Robson Kanu. And they've forced Bosnia to go all the way back to Asmir Begovic for a free kick that was inside the Welsh half. Now he hits it long over the head of Gunter. Richards is there as well. Richards took a tumble as he went back towards his own byline. I think he got a touch. He went down and he's won the free kick.
For me, it's Wayne Hennessy's ball. That ball skids through to him, and he's not been in a position really to take it. First little lapse of concentration, but he can take all the sting out of that movement and just being in the right position. But if you're not going to go, then get back on your line, which he did, and let the defenders deal with it. And they did just that.
Just a point will do it for Wales, and a point is what they have at the moment. 20 minutes into the game here in Zenica. Bale beaten in the air by Sunjic, but Taylor has picked up the next ball. Back to Davis on halfway, then he threads it through to Taylor. Taylor inside to Robson Kanu. That time Sunjic makes a good tackle. Oh, Allen almost intervened, but it went through to Lulic, up to Ibisevic. Ibisevic tries to bring in Lulic again, spreads it wide to the right-hand side. Viška cross, cut out by Williams, and he hoists it out for a Bosnian throw. They were quick on the break then, the home side, still goalless.
So much a break for us, wasn't it? Joe Allen so unlucky.
He was inches away from that, wasn't he? Throw in taken quickly on the right side. Pjanic delivers a nice cross. Williams, a bit clumsily, but heads it away. Gets the job done, does the Swansea skipper. Run towards the Welsh penalty area. Now it's left to Zukovic. His cross is cleared away, headed back towards the Welsh penalty area. Ibisevic plays it right, but Richards is there to clear from the right back position.
Oh, well, that's a foul, surely. A bit too strong, Robson Kanu should go down. We're not out quick enough either, Rob.
No, they're hanging back.
Yeah, we just started to go a little bit too deep in that movement.
Steepling ball forward by Richards. Didn't go too far forward, but more went up in the air. But Wales have got it now with Davis. Long ball forward, looking for Bale. Begovic hesitated. Has to go just outside his penalty area.
I don't think Gareth Bale's fully fit.
Well, he's played 24 minutes since September the 15th.
That was a ball that he could have chased right the way down, Rob, because Begovic had to come out the area.
He was a sub in the Madrid derby last week. That's his only action since being injured against Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League. Here, he's trying to get his country through to the best European stage. Gunter goes herring it for a tackle on that far side. Pjanic makes the run from the throw that heads it out in front of the Welsh fans.
You know what, Rob?
For a goal kick.
They're playing on a surface which is maybe they're not used to, and that's both sets of players, because the ball's zipping off. The amount of rain that this ground's had, that you know, Joe Allen trying to intercept him, just skids past him. That time there, they've taken a throw in, and the players miscontrolled it.
Not a great ground, but Allen is being forced back towards his own byline then, and had nowhere else to go but to hoof the ball out for a throw-in.
I thought he could have passed it back to Hennessy, and Hennessy cleared his lines.
Yeah. This ground is like a League One ground in many ways. Capacity about 15,000, great atmosphere. Two big stands either side, and then to the north and south there are open stands, and most of the 750 Wales fans with tickets are in the teeming rain, and there's just a little segregated few seats, and then the real hardcore Bosnian fanaticos, as they're called, furiously waving their blue, black and white flags. Begovic had to come out quickly for a back pass that Robson Kanu was almost on to.
Rob, the lad there, Spasic, is fouling every time on Robson Kanu. I think Robson Carnew's got to be a little bit clever here and play for the foul, just like they've been doing. You know, he's been a bit honest and strong.
Midway through the first half, 0-0. Enough for Wales to seal their place. Davis goes all the way back to Hennessy from halfway. And I think they're suggesting that the ball is flat to the referee. So Mr. Mayenko.
Well, that's one of the balls that keeps coming in from when the ball goes out. All the ball boys have got one. For the Bosnians, when they get it, that it comes as quick as they can back in.
Now, is it going to be a drop ball? No, he's just going to drop it for Ramsey to play back to his captain rather than Hennessy. Gunter now slides it forward down the right side, looking for Richards, who was quite advanced then, the wing back. Didn't reach him. Bosnia have it in front of their own penalty area. Now it's in their own penalty area with Begovic.
Begovic miscontrolled that.
He did. It rolled under his foot then,
We're at least 25 yards off him, so we couldn't do anything about it.
Williams hits the ball forward. Ledley wins the second ball. Breaks for Ibisevic. But Ledley cuts out the pass. Sends Ramsey scurrying towards halfway. Is Bale onside?
He's onside, he is.
He is onside. He's got space down this left-hand side. Looks for the cross. Looking for Ramsey, I think, at the far edge of the penalty area. Didn't reach the Arsenal player. Cleared away, only as far as Williams on halfway. Ramsey gets a little nod on. It's in the Bosnian left-back position, and Zukanovic will be delighted to see it roll out of play. But can Wales keep them in now? 25 minutes gone, goalless on BBC Radio Wales and Radio 5 Live Sport Extra.
Yeah, what I'd like to see Gareth done there is not try and pick Ramsey out by pulling the ball back, but maybe whipping it across the goal, trying to pick out Robson Carnew. And if he doesn't, maybe he can get sort of a little bit of a miss kick by the Bosnians, because, like I say, the ball's skipping off the ground.
Bosnia have smuggled the ball back. Now they have Pjanic on the ball just inside the Wales half, moving right. Breaks into a sprint, leaves the ball to Vishka. Vishka takes over, attacking Taylor. Pjanic has picked up space. Ball inside, but Ramsey's presence was enough to... Oh, and then Robson Carnew's taken out.
There he is again. Smash it every time. He's quite physical. I'm sure as soon as he gets contact, he's going to go down.
Well, he's the most capped player, Emir Spahic of Hamburg. 84th cap tonight. And there is a scoreline coming in. And no great surprise this one. Andorra 0, Belgium 1. Belgium just need a win to guarantee their place. Nangalan with the goal, the man who presented Bale with the goal for Wales against Belgium in Cardiff. A terrible back header. Wales breaking forward here, left-hand side, 27 minutes gone. Here in Bosnia Herzegovina. 0-0 enough for Wales at the moment. They're building up play. Lovely ball from Ledley into Bale in the penalty area. Cross just eludes Hal Robson Carnew. Richards will try and keep it in on the far side, and he gets there, but it just rolls out.
I thought that's what he should have done 2 minutes ago. He's done it that time. Look how difficult it is to defend against it, Rob. Great ball, and I tell you what, great composure from the lads. And Joe Ledley finding a little bit of space in midfield, which is really, really tight.
Well, Robson Carnew was like Wales then, almost there.
He just seems to be conserving a lot of energy at the moment, does Gareth Bale.
Ball speared forward by Mudja. Now Bosnia have men breaking left. This is Salihovic, wide to Zukanovic, back to Salihovic, Hadjic, just in front of the centre circle. Plenty of red shirts, only Gareth Bale not in front of the ball at the moment. Although Ramsey has stayed forward as well now. Now they are in front of it because Bosnia have gone back into their own half with the towering defender Sunjic of Stuttgart in Germany. Used to play at Kuban Krasnodar. Ball given away and won back by Allen. Ledley has space. Goes back to Davis. It's cat and mouse, isn't it, Kevin? 28 minutes gone, goalless. Ramsey has space now, but he's inside his own half. Long ball forward. And I think he apologises to Gareth Bale. A better ball, and Bale was in behind then.
Yeah, but I think maybe another touch, and maybe he could have gone there. Jazz Richards in. They just lost his man.
I imagine, what will Chris Coleman be thinking now, Kevin? 28.5 minutes in, still goalless.
Yeah, we're looking dangerous when we break at them, and when we do get in areas, we've put the ball in dangerous areas, caused them problems.
Oh, Ibisevic bumped into Davis then and went collapsed to the ground. Tottenham player just stood strong, playing in that left centre-back of the three.
See how they go down really easy, Rob. Trying every trick in the book.
Allen, who's had his fitness issues at Liverpool. Bale and Richards get away with a cute 1-2, and then they work it quickly between Bale and Ramsey. This is Bale, looks at the runner Taylor down the left-hand side. Mucha gets there, heads it forward. And he picked up Pjanic, and the crowd visibly rise when Pjanic is on the ball. Leaves it to Vishka. Vishka being driven wide by Davis. Much of the right back is forward. Into Hadjic, can't control it first time on halfway. 0-0. Radio Well Sport, 5Live Sport Extra. As the rain teams down in Zenica. Good challenge by Richards, got in quickly.
Position now, though.
Now he is, though, because the ball just got away from him, having made the tackle. It's with Pjanic, central position, midway inside the Wales half, slides it up to Ibisevic. Davis is strong again, clubs the ball away, up to halfway. Bosnia have it, playing from left to right, all in blue. It's Blue Dragons against the Welsh Dragons. Sunjic to Mucha, just inside his own half. And you'd almost think that both of these sides have settled for 0-0 this early on, wouldn't you?
Well, you know, obviously they need to win.
That's a terrible ball forward by Mucha. Williams wastes no time, fires it out to the inside right position. Robson Kanu is there. Has he got the pace to go around Sparhitch? Holds it up on the right hand side. Bale waits for it in the middle. Richards goes short of Ramsey, just on the edge of the penalty area. Richards there again. Bale and Robson Kanu wait in the box. Goes back to Ramsey. Couple of step overs, then he goes to ground.
Referee's miles away from that. Look how far he is away, Rob. He's at least 40 yards.
Ramsey takes the free kick quickly. Nobody was ready for that other than Sparhitch.
Yeah, I mean, he's seen Bale making a run, but he checked. Defender's taking no chance, clears it.
Sparhitch couldn't do much with it other than put it up for a throw, which is delivered to Bale, level with the Bosnian penalty area, left-hand side. Richards crosses into the middle. Begovic will collect that.
Well, that's a little bit easy for Begovic, isn't it? That ball's got to be whipped in there, a little bit lower. Stop him coming for it. Like you say, it's a cat and mouse, game of chess. All in one.
32 minutes gone, 0-0. Belgium winning in Andorra. Piercing run through the middle.
1-2 shot there.
Lulic, and I think the ball just ricocheted off him, but straight to Wayne Hennessy, who's had hardly anything to do in the opening 32 minutes.
Watch the four here now.
Big clearance in the night air. A little nudge on Robson Kanu that time, but Robson Kanu won the header. Allen won the second. Richards won the third. Heads it down for Ramsey. Right-hand side. Oh, lovely bit of skill by Ramsey. Holds off 2-3 players. Then he gets pulled down. And this time it is a free kick.
Where's the booking?
And Chris Coleman looks angry on that far side. Kevin Ratcliffe's getting angry alongside me because they had 2-3 digs at Aaron Ramsey as he weaved his way through then.
Which one's your book? Which one's your book? Because each one's had a go and he's not booked any of them.
Oh, Mr. Mayenko
has
decided none of them will be booked. But it is a Wales free kick.
He's got too much homework, hasn't he, really, from the weekend?
It's a long way out. The spray goes down.
And it's Begovic in goal as well. I mean, the one thing you've got to do here is get it up, down, and then hit the ground.
Well, there's a one-man wall about 8 yards from the penalty area. Robson Kanu is stood behind the line of Bosnian defenders on the edge of the box as Gareth Bale stands over this free kick. He's scored some great goals this tournament. This would be absolutely miraculous to score from here. Bale steps up, shoots, bounces into the midriff of Begovic.
Well, he did what I said to do. Really was no conviction in it, was there? It was more of a, you've just got to get it on target, not really too much power. And
it would have been asking
a lot,
even of the costliest player on the planet to score from there.
Keeper's a good keeper, isn't he? We've seen him for many a years, many a years at Stoke, more than Chelsea.
But Wales are doing fine. And at the moment, they're just happy to play the ball back to Hennessy of Crystal Palace, who seems to have won his place back in their Premier League side. Allen, oh what a great back heel by Bale to Allen in midfield. Ramsey heads the penalty area, tried to thread it through to the on-running Bale.
So I think
that was super skill.
Your best one was Neil Taylor, left back. It should have been just like a reverse pass to him. Made a great run in beyond, overlapping run. We look dangerous going forward, don't we, Rob?
They do.
You are getting excited, I know that. It's trying to keep it within you, try and keep focused.
10 minutes to half-time, we're counting down the minutes. My word, if it's 0-0 with 5 minutes to go. I've been nervous all the week. Even though there's Andorra to come on Tuesday. A bit of wrestling between Ibisevic and Williams, and the Welsh captain gets the decision. Hennessy wants to take the free kick, leaves it to his captain, clips it forward out to Richards on the right hand side. Back to Gunter. Allen goes short, slides it forward to Ramsey. Ramsey little back heel, but that time they were ready for it, and this time over aggressive by Allen into the back of Salihovic, who plays his football in China.
This is what we've got to deal with. Are they going to send the big boys up? Can we deal with that? Because they do look a little bit taller than ourselves.
Well, certainly Sunjic, who looks the tallest player on the pitch, he must be 6'5", 6'6". In fact, he's got a few inches over Ashley Williams. So this free kick is left side, midway inside the Wales half. Pjanic floats it forward. Headed away by Ledley that time, the bearded Joe Ledley. Taylor scurries out to put pressure on Mucic. Crossover, Richards did just enough. Gunter lofts it forward, only onto the head of Sparhich. But Wales win it back with Ramsey. Again, he tries the little back heel.
It's a foul again, and it's our ball. But I'll tell you what, all made that poor ball coming in from them, from Neil Taylor closing down. He's out the traps.
Really
like
quickly.
A greyhound, yeah. Closing down the fullback to make him put it in early. Gives Jazz Richards the time to unwin the header.
Throwing down the Bosnian left, Williams gets a strong tackle in the ball, balloons into the Bosnian half. With 37 minutes gone on Radio Wales and 5 Live Sport Extra, Chris Coleman is in conversation with the fourth official. I think he's saying there aren't too many decisions going our way.
No, I think the 50-50 ones are going their way, aren't they?
Ball into the middle, over the head of Ibisevic. And that will be out for a goal kick. Well, some of the Bosnian fans, they may not be too happy at the moment, but it's still raining, and behind Begovic's goal, there's a group of them who've just gone topless. All blokes, I must point out.
They're actually wearing black and white, Rob. I don't know if they're the local hardcore, shall we say.
Yeah. Anyway, free kick. Well, Pjanic is no way, not Pjanic, Salihovic is no way 10 yards from Ramsey, so he has to go back to Gunter. Now Ramsey picks up the ball, going back towards his own penalty area. Has plenty of time, nobody's putting too much pressure on him. Allen drops into the hole. Gunter now plays forward to Allen again, but Allen is robbed this time by Hadjic.
Just Aaron Ramsey sometimes dropping a little bit deep. He's not doing it all the time, but when he does it, he actually gets a little bit of a roll there. He gets a little bit of freedom.
Pjanic, who was so impressive in the goalless draw a year ago in Cardiff. Bale breaks through one challenge, now he gets his skates on over halfway. Well, the referee thought the tackle by Zukanovic was okay, but Wales win it back with Davis. Oh, he's almost given the ball away, but Williams does well. Finds Robson-Kanu inside his own half, goes left to Taylor. Taylor can't find Davis, he does eventually via a deflection, and that's a poor ball from Ben Davis, but I think the referee saw that Ben Davis was fouled after the ball had gone.
I'm not sure though, Rob.
I don't think the Bosnian fans agree.
No, I don't think I agree either. A bit lucky there, he should have just either gone one way with it down the line or gone back to the keeper.
6 minutes to half-time, good control by Bale, turns on it, slides it through to Ramsey, got caught afterwards though again. They're leaving a foot in, these Bosnian players. Good play by Allen, drifts past one in the midfield. Now Ramsey, Wales breaking forward. Robson-Kanu had run offside. Ramsey ran out of space anyway. Ball goes back to Begovic, clears over halfway. Davis will watch that.
Gotta go wide, Rob. We caused some problems going wide, and you've got to do it a little bit quicker there. Aaron, just try and get it out your feet, and you know that even Ash, Jazz Richards is trying to join in. Your two wide players are giving you the width.
Well, it's not edge of your seat stuff, Kevin Ratcliffe, but it'll do at the moment. 0-0 with a point needed.
Edgy later on, won't it? Very, very edgy. And the Bosnians then have got to start taking chances, because a draw's not good enough for them.
Not really. They are 2 points behind Israel, who are playing Cyprus tonight. Remember, if Israel don't win both of their last two games, and they play Belgium away in the last game, they're entertaining Cyprus tonight, then Wales are through anyway. Wales have this game, and then the whipping boys of Andorra in Cardiff on Tuesday. Penny whistle from Mr. Mayenko. Free kick to Bosnia, but they're happy to play it around in their own half. With Spahic, who's the cousin of Edin Dzeko. Of course, they might be thinking, keep it goalless and then bring Dzeko on. Spahic fires it forward out to the right-hand side. Good control by Vishka. Vishka, though, runs into Davis. Taylor's back there, scoops the ball forward for Robson-Kanu. Robson-Kanu back towards the halfway line. Little back heel against the
lot of space there.
Lunging Sunjic.
So tight, Rob. The ball just over the top, or Robson-Kanu just to flick it down the side and go for the next one himself. You fancy him, don't you, against the two centre-backs?
Taylor with the throw, told to hurry up by the referee. Picks out Robson-Kanu. Bale has moved forward. Bale down the left side. Oh, he's taken out again by Spahic. And this time the referee has seen enough, and Spahic becomes the first player booked. And frankly, with 42 minutes gone on the clock, not before time.
Well, it's going to happen because they're playing such a high line that sooner or later Gareth Bale is going to get in. And that was great play, by the way, by Robson-Kanu. Well played.
So it's a Wales free kick. It's about 5 yards, no, maybe a bit further, say 7 or 8 yards from the byline, and it's 2 yards outside the left line of the Bosnian penalty area.
He's gone about how many yards has he gone then? Well,
there's one man in the wall protecting the near post. He's not very big. Everything is to Ramsey's right.
Just
free kick Wales. Will he go for goal? Davis stands in front of Begovic. Ramsey lines this up. Crowded penalty area. Fires it in low, and it's headed away by
I'm not sure you need that much pace. Just get the direction right a little bit, maybe a yard to the player's right, and I think that's a golden opportunity. Ben Davis looking to get in there as well.
It's a Wales throw, 10 yards from the corner flag. Bale heads it down. Ledley finds Ramsey on the edge of the box, curls it wide of the far post.
He knew what he was doing there. He was going for the far post. He realised he was going nowhere. Didn't have too much on and
just twisted, pirouetted, clipped it right-footed from the left corner of the penalty area, and Begovic was happy to see it go a couple of feet wide of the far post. 0-0. Radio Well Sport, 5 Live Sport Extra, 2 minutes to half-time. Remember, Wales need just a point to confirm their place in Euro 2016. What a triumph it would be for Chris Coleman's squad.
Well played, Chris Grunter.
Just let the ball go over his head again.
Well, he just made sure that the player was thinking about him. I don't think he realises that he's going to win the head against Bizovic. But what he does is he takes his mind off the ball.
Kevin De Bruyne has given Belgium a 2-0 lead in Andorra. And the fans in front of us are just exchanging chants with their Bosnian colleagues in the stand to our left. They're doing a lot here. But it's made no difference at the moment. It's a fairly, in some ways, it's a low-key game for so much on it.
Is that half-time? Oh no, that's a foul throw he's given the referee, by the way.
He has given the foul throw to Bosnia on the left-hand side. Ball clipped forward. Davis is there. Up to Robson Kanu, beaten in the air, but they headed down, picks up Bale. Bale looking for Robson Kanu. Robson Kanu breaks through one. Ramsey, awkward angle in the penalty area. Going himself, Aaron Ramsey still going. Oh, Taylor's just denied. A yard away from goal. He went flying in, the Swansea left back. And Begovic, the ball had gone past him, but he just stretched back. It's a foul anyway, but Wales almost opened up the Bosnians on the stroke of half-time. In fact, that is the half-time whistle. No injury time, and it's so far so good. Wales need a point, and those Welsh fans in the opposite corner to us are hailing their side as they trot towards the tunnel. It's been a game of few clear-cut chances, but almost Kevin Ratcliffe right at the end.
Well, how that's not gone in, I'm not sure. Even if it was a foul against the keeper, Neil Taylor's never going to score, is he? I mean, he's in there. How he's got in there, I'm not quite sure. But great play from Aaron Ramsey, and maybe should have finished it. And if that would have been what a great cap of the first half. I thought we've been very, very patient. I thought we've dealt with them well. We've been very, very brave by pouring 3 up top. They're playing a very, very high line. We can get in behind them. We must give us that belief to go on and actually win this game, not just get a point. But things will change in this game, there's no doubt about it, because the longer the game goes on at 0-0, then the Bosnians will have to go and try and win the game. They need a win. We just need a draw.
Well, the scoreline may not calm your nerves, and we've got another 45 minutes of this to come, but the performance might just. Half-time, it's so far so good for Wales. It's Bosnia Herzegovina 0, Wales 0.
Just a quick message to say thanks for everyone for staying at home. I know it's disruptive, work is disruptive, but we're all in this together. And we're doing it for the greater good. Help the NHS. Save lives. Stay at home.
Hi guys, we're all aware of the fantastic job that the NHS are doing at the moment. It's been incredible. So let's help them out by staying at home and saving lives. Thank you.
Diolch to everyone who is staying at home at the moment. I know it's really hard, I know it's disruptive, and I know work is suffering. But we're all in it for the greater good, and we're in it together. Protect our NHS, save lives, and stay at home. Thank you.
Just like to say a really big thank you to all those key workers working hard within Wales to keep us safe and sound. Diolch.
Our key workers are doing such an important job. Diolch to everybody, and continue the fantastic work. It's important that all of us in Wales stay at home and protect the NHS.
Help the NHS. Protect lives. Stay home.
First of all, you are the most well-behaved school I've been to. Okay, Messi. Ronaldo. Do it again. Messi. Ronaldo. Giggs. Yes, there we go. Hi Tom, happy 11th birthday, have a good day, okay? All right mate?
Yeah,
all right, lads.
I'm never washing my hand again.
You always get that?
Yeah, exactly.
To qualify that night in Cardiff against Hungary, that's probably the proudest I've ever been. Where are you? Oh! I'm definitely scoring against you. Oh no, I'm on the yellow. Get him in this one. Sorry, mate. Sorry. I'm on a hat trick. Oh God. I don't want to get involved in this, I don't think. Now pen's gone.
1, 2, 3, kicks it!
Oh, louder than that. 1, 2, 3.
second half is underway. Bosnia, the Blue Dragons, playing from right to left towards their own fanaticos, as Ramsey on the deck dribbles away from 3 players. How did he do that? He's having
most of his best game in the tournament.
Going to say just that. And remember, Wales are just 44 minutes now away from
actually
claiming a place in France next summer.
Sorry, Rob, but I actually think he's playing in most probably his best position. He's playing in a 3 up front, isn't he? Not actually central, but you know, wherever he wants. Well, that's offside.
And the linesman's flag does go up, so it is offside. Wales free kick. Just a reminder, Belgium are beating Andorra by 2-0, and it's 0-0 in Israel, where Cyprus are the visitors. And of course, if Israel have to win both of their games, their remaining games, to deny Wales a place no matter what happens here. So it's Hennessy who clears for Wales, untroubled so far. Williams steps in on halfway, hoists the ball forward. Ramsey wins the header against the substitute. Oh, that wasn't a great back header either, but Robson-Kanu had given up his run. For once he'd given it up.
Oh, well, that was a great header, by the way, by Aaron Ramsey. Outbeating the centre half who's just come on, Golovic.
Former Wales captain Kevin Ratcliffe alongside me here in Zenica, the Belino Poglia Stadium. It was considered a curse for foreign teams. Built in 1972, it's NK Čelić Zenica who play here. And at the moment, it's Wales playing the ball forward down the left-hand side to Bale. Ramsey streaks into the penalty. He's got real desire about him tonight as the rain comes down again. Bale tries to go on the outside. Is that a corner? No, it's a goal kick, and Bale complains.
That's twice now, Rob. But he's got a corner, and it's not been given. But I don't think we've had a corner yet, have we? I don't think there's been any corners.
No, no corners yet.
I mean, you know, that's poor really on a Bosnian part that you've not had a corner. You know, it's...
Well, they have to win, of course. Allen in his own half, of course. And he loses it. He's won it back straight away. That rather sums up the Welsh spirit here in Bosnia.
That sums up Joe Allen as well. That's what type of player he is. Never gives up.
Well, Joe Allen, of course, has only had just 166 minutes before this game of first team action because of injury, and he's going to have to get back now and defend the game's first corner. You said they hadn't had one. It's happened 4 minutes into the second half, and it's gone to Bosnia from the right-hand side.
Too much of a gap there. Too much space to run into.
The big men are up from the back. All played across, and it was Ben Davies who headed away. Not too far, shot through a crowd of players, but it's clubbed away by Ashley Williams. Ramsey gives chase. The two number 10s converge on it, and Ramsey ensures that Pjanic can't take a quick throw. In fact, he leaves it down the right-hand side, the far side. Bosnia play from right to left on Radio Wales and 5 Live Sport Extra. Wales on the brink here, but with another 40-odd minutes to go. It's not been a classic by any means, but it will go down in history if Wales can get the point they need.
I think you've got to remember it when you get to France as well. I don't think many games will be classics. They'll be more tactical than anything.
Gunter heads away from 10 yards outside his own penalty area. Now they move up the Welsh line as Bosnia have the ball. Oh, slip off the ball by Zvukanovic. Richards just gets a touch in. Lulic, though, still has the ball on this near side. Plays it right-footed back. Robson-Kanu's back to ensure that Hadžić can't shoot, and then Taylor slides in on the far side.
That ball's got to go in the box from Bosnia. You know, they're trying to play, and you've just seen a bit of hesitance in putting the balls, whipping them in. You know, just trying to test. They've not tested us yet.
And they've got a throw on the far side in the Welsh left back position.
You're saying how nervous you are. Imagine how nervous they are.
Well, yeah. Should never forget they were top seeds for this group. They've still got Edin Dzeko on the bench. Will we see him tonight? Davis comes away with the ball from the throw. Ramsey tries to.
Did they not get beaten in the World Cup when they were there?
They did lose to Argentina, didn't they? But it took a late goal. But they didn't really show too much in that World Cup. At the moment, they're not showing too much to trouble Wales either. 6 minutes into the second half. Robson Kanu barges through and he's taken down by
I tell you what,
Catchlick.
Great
And
play.
Wales have the ball again with Taylor moving down the left-hand side. Somehow finds Bale. I think it was maybe Robson Kanu. Bale now run towards the penalty area, clips it forward. It's a bit of news coming in from Andorra. Lima has got another goal. The man who scored against Wales from the penalty spot has scored against Belgium from the penalty spot. So it's Andorra 1, Belgium 2.
He's their top goal scorer, isn't
He is, yeah.
Of all time.
He is.
And I said all of them would be penalties.
Wales have the ball again, looking for the point to take them across the finishing line.
wide.
Williams
Great.
drives it out to the left side, just past Taylor. Let me just give you the Bosnian side. It's Begovic in goal, across the back Mudja, the sub Kocelic on for Spahic, Sunjic and Zukanovic. Hadjic is the holding midfield player, Pjanic and Salihovic in front of him. Wide is Vishka and Lulic, and up front Ibisevic. As Hennessy clears, Ramsey's won another header, flicked on. Oh, Bale has broken through one tackle, but the full-back Mudja just recovered in time. There's some meaty tackles going in on the wet turf as the rain comes down again. Richards tries to go on the outside. It's intercepted though by Zukanovic. Zukanovic breaks down the Bosnian left. He's heading towards the penalty area, and that's an awful cross, 2 yards over the bar of Wayne Hennessy. It gets the crowd excited, but 8 minutes into the second half, it's still Bosnia 0, Wales 0.
Well, Rob, that is poor. You know, you're in a position like that, and that is a poor cross. Zukovic as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, the left back striding forward. Ramsey, little back heel pass.
I tell you what, you've just got to get across and be with him, and you know, it's when they're not natural centre forwards, they don't naturally do that. Centre forwards are natural dead in line with the other centre.
Drifts into a space out to the right hand side. Vishka crosses. Did that go out?
That's out. That is out.
But Bosnia allowed to continue. Oh, a terrible cross by Zukanovic, headed away by Joe Allen. Allen scurrying for the ball again. Lulic now wide on the left side. Richards gets in the challenge. Robson Kanu's back there to help out. Richards holds it up. They get away from Lulic. Ramsey, little back heel again. This time it comes off Hadjic. He's full of tricks tonight, Aaron Ramsey, and I always think that's when he thinks he's playing well. And he has played well.
Just a flick.
Throw-in was taken quickly to Robson Kanu.
There he goes again, close it
Begovic
down.
has it. Ibisevic outnumbered. Ball just bounced off his knee on halfway into the path of Richards, who gets the ball back from Gunter. Down the right-hand side. Allen's there as well. Ramsey, flick pass to Allen. Bale has space in the centre circle. Oh, almost fed it through to Ramsey. Awkward back pass by the substitute.
Don't foul.
Gunter has to hold off Ibisevic, and with the help of Joe Ledley, his old sparring partner.
Well, it was a foul before. It actually got to him, but referee never seen that.
Williams steps out of defence. Lovely touch by Taylor. Little flick forward by Ledley to Bale. Bale suddenly puts his skates on and drives it past the near post. Broke down the inside left position. Just lost control at the vital time when he shot, and it drifted past Begovic's right-hand post.
He's just taken that a little bit early, hasn't he? I just think the ball's running away from him, and he's got to take it. We're just expecting a little bit better from him, aren't we?
Well, we've got so excited when he's driven forward like that again. Wales pick up the second ball again. Williams takes his time that time. Taylor, Davis, ball down the left-hand side for the on-running. Ledley just overhit it.
Great run. I mean, I don't know where the midfield players are staying with Joe Ledley, but look at him getting back in.
He's full of running. He's the unsung hero in this Wales team, Joe Ledley.
Well, there's a few, Rob. You know, you've got to say Chris Gunter as well.
Well, Hal Robson-Kanu used to be unsung, but now he's sung all the time, of course.
But look at the two lads we just mentioned, Ledley and Gunter. How many caps they've both got? Over 100.
Yeah.
Between them.
Joe Ledley tonight.
Don't. Come on, keeper.
His 58th cap tonight for Joe Ledley.
Well, there you go. There's 130 caps. Is it 120?
Oh, you can't test me on mathematics during a game. You know I'm no good at it. But it's some performance by him and Chris Gunter, who moves level with Dave Phillips on 62 tonight, 13th in the all-time Welsh rankings. Ledley not too far behind. But Gunter was saying in the week, the records mean nothing unless we get to France.
Certainly don't, do they? I mean, I don't think this bunch are actually going to worry about records, because I think they've already broke one.
Richards drifts out of midfield, barges his way through. Bale now, left-hand side, brings in Taylor on the overlap. Can he cross? Robson-Kanu waits in the middle. It's a poor cross. May drop to Bale though. Bale header, and that won't test Begovic.
No. Neil Taylor didn't know what to do there, did he? They are brilliant.
They've won it back again. A little Bale back flick to Taylor, sends him forward, tries to go inside two players, runs into one defender. No foul, says the referee. Now Bosnia will look to break forward quickly. Have they lured Wales into a trap? No, they hold it up with Zukanovic.
What?
Plays it forward to Ibisevic. Williams gets in there. Ibisevic goes to ground. Williams comes away with it. He's like a monster, isn't he?
Well, he's just actually, kicked the ball into his mid-drift as well. They seem to try and do everything they can, the Bosnians, to stop you kicking the ball.
Robson-Kanu fouled by the substitute.
This is it's not going too well for the Bosnians at the moment. It's going well for us. We look the stronger. We look the ones who've got a little bit more about us as well.
Now get this news on Radio Wales and 5 Live Sport Extra as Bale tries to go through. Cyprus have taken the lead in Israel. I wonder whether the Welsh fans have realised that, because they're starting to celebrate.
Looks like Deco's getting changed. Maybe they have got the...
If Israel don't win against Cyprus tonight, then Wales will go through no matter what happens here. So 14 minutes into the second half, it's Cyprus leading Israel by 1-0. That could be the golden goal that does it for Wales. It's Dossa Jr. on 58 minutes. And I think some of the Wales fans do know. But I doubt whether Chris Coleman cares. His side are doing everything on their own at the moment. They're doing the business as they wanted. He said we look after our own business. But there's another fallback now, because Cyprus are leading in Israel. And here it's 0-0 on 5 Live Sport Extra and BBC Radio Wales, and what could be an historic night. Richards heads the ball for the Ramsey, just drifted offside, otherwise he was in.
Rob, where's the pace gone out the game?
Player.
Bosnia just seem to be, well off the pace. Are they having a little breather? There we go. This is the change that I was reckoning that could happen. The ball's going to be pumped forward. Look at the size of this guy coming on now.
But it's not Edin Dzeko, it's Milan Djuric who's on. So he's up front alongside Ibisevic. Well, I think he's replaced Vishka.
Vishka, yeah.
Well, this is only...
Well, Juric is about 6. He's as big as that lad at the back.
He is.
Well, maybe bigger. Looking across. I mean, he's towering to go over Joe Allen. He must be 6'4", 6'5". I mean, looking up against Ashley Williams, making Ash look a little bit small.
But surely, Kevin, if you were Bosnia and you needed a goal, and Edin Dzeko is fit to play some part, we played an hour now, and there's no sign of, well, their talisman.
Yeah, well, they've been playing 3 up front, but they've been playing with 2 wide boys. Now the 3 up front are a little bit closer together, so obviously a little bit of different tactic. They've got to do something.
It's 0-0. We're down to the last 29 minutes here in Zenica. Wales are most definitely on the brink, not least because Cyprus are leading in Israel. Long ball forward, Gunter heads it down awkwardly, but he did well. Directed it back to Wayne Hennessy, who so far has been untroubled on a wet night here in the heart of Bosnia Herzegovina. Hennessy clears right-footed. Do you think Chris Coleman knows what's happening in Israel, Kevin?
I don't think he bothers. As a manager, you shouldn't bother what's happening in other games. It's always in your hands.
Well, you can hear what the fans want. They want Edin Dzeko on now.
Yeah, well, I would have thought that the Bosnians must know the result more than ourselves. They've got to be concerned by it, and it's a great result for them, isn't it?
Well, it is, yeah. If Israel lose, remember, Israel have to win both games to deny Wales. They have to win tonight. As the lights go off in the stadium, or where we are anyway, the floodlights are on. Bale and Ramsey try to work their trickery in the midfield. Bale goes tumbling. Ibisevic comes away with it. Ledley gets a foot in, breaks to Pjanic in the centre circle, plays it to Lulic. Lulic wide to Zekanovic down this left-hand side, midway inside the Wales half. Touch back. Zekanovic crosses again, headed out by Gunter. Allen makes it his, and he goes past Zekanovic. Now the break is on with Joe Allen. He's got Ramsey inside. He's chipped it forward, though, all the way through to the penalty area, where Begovic will collect easily. And it's still 0-0. You're listening to Radio Wales Sport and 5 Live Sport Extra. History creeps closer for this Welsh team.
Tell you what, Robson Kanu is just absolutely growing with every game. You know, he's getting more and more confident. Things he's doing, it's just fantastic. He is like taking that role on as his own, isn't it? I mean, I think he just edges me, Sam Vokes, because he's a bit more mobile.
Long ball forward over the heads of everybody. Ashley Williams just ducks out of it. How often have we said that tonight? Well, long ball forward again.
Rob, just let the 2 centre-backs have it. They can't play. They can't play. As international players, you've got to be able to play these days. Come on, Wayne Hennessy. Them kicks aren't good enough.
Well, he barely got over halfway. In fact, it was onto the foot of Pjanic. And Ledley gets brought down. Belgium now lead Andorra by 4 goals to 1. I think Ben Davis got away with a foul then, but Ledley came in and went flying.
Ledley's just had a little go at Wayne Hennessy about his kicking, which is nice to see, Rob.
Well, they're club mates at Crystal Palace now, good mates as well.
But I think sometimes a team that is galvanised as they are can do that. You know, that is a sign. As time's gone by, you wouldn't have a go at another player on the side, on your own side.
Israel are losing, Wales are drawing. As Hennessy takes the free kick, halfway inside his own half, looking for Robson Kanu, backs onto the marker, wins the second ball. Robson Kanu moves it out to this right-hand side. Richards on the overlap, goes inside to Allen. Allen arcing run now, touch to Ramsey. Ramsey tries to escape the clutches of Kolacic, the substitute. Wales go back to Williams inside his own half. Cross to Davis, Ben Davis. Awkward ball to Gunter. Gunter says enough of this, goes back to Hennessy. Hennessy clears, headed on by Ledley.
Squeeze together.
Robson Kanu puts pressure on Sunjic. Not the best clearance by Begovic. Kevin Ratcliffe.
And look at that, Robson Kanu. Man to close Begovic down, rushed into a kick, kicks it out. Wales ball.
25 minutes to go, we're counting down the minutes. They'll seem like ours. Ledley drifts past two, almost loses it, did a second time, but then Richards wins it back. Allen, Ramsey turns away from the crowd in midfield, has Bale free on the left. First time ball back by Bale, should have gone with it, didn't reach Ramsey, who'd made the run towards the penalty area. Then Allen flies in, wins a good tackle, and a second one, does he? Oh, he does enough. He's putting pressure on Pjanic, and he's won it back, the Liverpool player, deep inside the Bosnian half.
Joe Allen, you know, that typifies what we're about and what you're about. Well done.
0-0. Let me just remind you, a point is enough for Wales. They won't even need a point if Israel continue to be on the wrong end of the scoreline. At home to Cyprus, they're trailing 1-0. Dossa Jr. might go down in Welsh football history. Allen, header forward on halfway. Robson-Kanu bundles Pjanic out of the way. Unfairly, says the referee. He was smiling, but it's a free kick, Kevin.
Yeah. He never stops trying, does he? Well done, keep going, go on and again.
Ramsey put in pressure, and Robson-Kanu put in pressure on the two centre-backs, Kocelic and Sunjic. Clearance by Begovic, headed on by the substitute, Julie. That time Taylor commits a foul on halfway.
Given the results out here, Rob, we never do this at home, do we? It's not a foul, keep going.
No, they've I thought Taylor pushed, but no foul given. Williams sweeps it forward into the Bosnian half. Robson-Kanu there again, and he's done enough to make Zukanovic fall down and win a throw in.
Zukanovic, who's he play for? Sampdoria?
He does.
Are you kidding me?
No, he's not. 28, this is his 8th cap tonight. And it's a Wales throw, right-hand side, almost level with the Bosnian penalty area. Jazz Richards will take it into Robson-Kanu, backs into the penalty box. He may have lost it the second time. It's cleared only as far as Davis, and that time there's a bit of afters from Robson-Kanu. You keep smiling, but he keeps giving away free kicks, Kevin Ratcliffe.
Yeah, but they've not got the ball. Everybody now comes behind the ball, and we start again. I don't mind what he's doing. You know, he's all heart.
And we still await Edin Dzeko, with Bosnia desperately needing a goal.
This is what you don't want, just a long punt off it. And by the way, that free kick was on the edge of the 18-yard box. They've gained about 6 to 8 yards here.
Begovic of Chelsea clears out to the left-hand side. Joe Allen jumps against Juric, who's got about a 3-foot advantage. He's never going to win that. Out comes Taylor from the defensive line, and Bosnia are forced back into their own half, and suddenly the crowd are voicing their displeasure.
Get across. Get across.
They're taking their time, Bosnia. Lulic drifts past one, goes to ground, no foul. Allen comes away with it. Ramsey was just had it nicked off him by Pjanic. Salihovic just eludes a lunge by Ramsey to make a run down the middle. Pjanic helps it right, overlapping is Mudja. Mudja crosses left-footed from the right-hand side, and for the first time tonight, Wayne Hennessy has to come out, and he just stretches above the lanky Juric and collects the ball.
I actually thought that this is going to cause us problems coming in. And Wayne Hennessy's made it so easy. I thought we just got a little bit too deep. Weren't trying to move them up, but another foul. There's too many fouls now. We don't want to be receiving too many balls in the box, especially with the extra height that they've got. They're not pushing the centre backs forward. But, I don't know what the coach is screaming about.
The coach is Mohamed Bazjerovic, actually scored against Wales. Ball goes all the way through. Oh, it's turned in by Juric. The header from the substitute. It was a long free kick. It was allowed to bounce in the Welsh penalty area. And Juric just a little glance beyond the outstretched Hennessy, and Bosnia, having hardly threatened all night, and now threatening a Welsh party. It's Bosnia Herzegovina 1, Wales 0, with 20 minutes to go.
Well, you couldn't really see a goal coming from open play, and it's a goal from nothing, a punt forward, and it's all about second balls, you know, when they've got height as they have got, and you know, they never sent the centre-backs up, so you know, there's not too much happened other than what you've been dealing with, but we haven't dealt with the first one, and if you don't deal with the first one, you've got to deal with the second one. Ashley Williams not quite happy there with the referees. Maybe he felt there was a foul or something, but nevertheless, we don't deserve it, but I tell you what, we're a goal behind.
Well, we feared the entrance of Dzeko, but it's Juric who has put Bosnia ahead.
And you'll find this will just, you know, up the crowd and up themselves as well.
And suddenly Bosnia can smell a playoff place. Remember, they started this game 2 points behind Israel.
That's a great ball.
Who were losing at home to Cyprus. Taylor just can't collect the right to left ball. So what have Wales got in them now?
Well, I'm not too sure how long's to go, Robbie. Can't be too far, but it's what? It's 18 minutes to go of normal time. We've looked far the better side. They look dead on the feet, you know, Bosnia. How they've got a goal, I'm not quite sure, because we've been, you know, defending really, really well.
Well, it's the first goal Wales have conceded in 6 hours and 34 minutes of action since Vincent Laban scored for Cyprus almost a year ago.
Well, Simon Church just had a warm-up then.
But of course, if Israel lose or don't win, then Wales are still through. Defeat is not a disaster here, but I don't think Chris Coleman will in any way want to lose the unbeaten record that has taken Wales to the top of Group B. Ledley steps in on midfield to rob Pjanic, then he gets robbed himself by Vasic, but Bale comes away with it down the left-hand side. Oh no, he's fouled.
Once again, I don't think it's a foul, it's a petty thing. The referee for me is too far away from play at times. How we can make a decision, Rob, when you're that far away from play. So if you've got any doubt, he's giving the foul.
Well, the referee is Alberto Ondiano Mayenco of Spain.
Similar position where we conceded.
It's another free kick to Bosnia, who lead 1-0 on Radio Wales and FAWales Sport Extra. And the Bosnian bounce is happening all around this stadium, apart from a little section occupied by a quietened 600-700 Wales fans. Richard steps in though to thwart a Bosnian attack. Can't find Ramsey with the long through ball. Begovic clears only as far as Ledley on halfway. Ledley heads it left for Taylor, who scurries across to the far touchline to collect. Simon Church of MK Dons is ready to come on for Wales. Maybe Robson Carno's run himself out.
I think
or maybe Gareth Bale.
I think it'll be Gareth Bale, you know.
Ramsey.
I'll tell you what, they've thrown the centre-back out there. It's just been a bit of afters between Ashley Williams and Jurjevic. It'll be interesting to see how that carries on.
Little Bale stabbed ball to Ledley. Ledley was fouled, wants to take the free kick quickly. Pjanic stands in his way.
Joe Ledley.
Oh, it is Joe Ledley coming off.
Well,
it's Sam Vokes who's coming on.
Wow.
So Sam Vokes is up front, and Joe Ledley makes way. What do you make of that, Kevin Ratcliffe?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a foul. That is the foul on Robson Carno.
Robson Carno, but Wales have their first corner.
Well, exactly. Now, the reason he hasn't given a foul is he thinks that the centre-back has actually touched it, because if he doesn't touch it, it is a foul.
It's 1-0 to Bosnia. And Wales have their first corner, left-hand side. Ramsey to take it. Can they draw level here? Ramsey curls it in. Begovic collects just as Hennessy did a few minutes ago. But of course, the Djuric header eluded him.
He's taken everything, hasn't he? Begovic, anything that's come in there. Looks like Gareth Bale is having that sort of a role at Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey dropping a little bit deeper with Joe Allen.
To enable Sam Vokes to earn his 36th cap for Wales. Six goals as well he scored. Now Ramsey trying to pick a pass from the midfield.
Where's that going?
And that was beyond Jazz Richards, who's made a run towards the Bosnian penalty area. So there's 14 minutes to go. We don't mind how it's done, but we didn't really want it like this, did we?
No,
Welsh defeat.
No. It'd be nice to keep the clean sheet, wasn't it?
And in fact, I don't like to worry you more, but Israel have equalised. And it's Bitton who has equalised for Israel, so it's 1-1, which still means that if Wales lose here, they can still go through tonight. Nia Bitton of Celtic, the goal scorer. So Group B is getting a lot tighter than we wanted. Belgium are coasting it in Andorra 4-1. Now will Bosnia be happy with the 1 now, Kevin Ratcliffe?
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, can we get something? Can we create something? That's what we've got to try and do. But Djuric, who's come on, he's been a little bit of a pain, really. He's getting them playing, and he's grown. Well done.
Taylor steps in midfield to win a challenge now. He's on the break down the left-hand side. Vokes is in the middle. He may find Ramsey, who's drilled it over the bar on the volley from the edge of the box.
Can he have a touch? What a great bit of play by Neil Taylor. Pinching the ball off the fullback and then going on and putting a floating ball to the back post where Aaron Ramsey's drifted in, unmarked. Just hit the target. Or have a touch and do what you do best. He'll be disappointed himself.
1-0 Bosnia lead, 12 minutes to go on Radio World Sport and 5 Live Sport Extra. It's 1-1 in Israel. A goal for Israel, and we'd all head down to the Cardiff City Stadium on Tuesday for the decider for Wales. But they're under pressure again. Richards has to head away in the right back position. Ramsey robbed by Zukanovic, and the ball's floated forward again. Ibisevic pulls away on the left-hand side, lays it back to Mudja. They've got a big man in the middle now, but he goes to Lulic on the edge of the box. Lulic lays it on for Salihovic, and he makes an absolute Horlicks of the shot. And it goes well high and wide of Wayne Hennessy's net, and it's still 1-0, and there are 11 minutes to go. Kevin Ratcliffe.
Yeah, I think they're biting the fingernails now, the Bosnians. You know, we're going to throw everything by the kitchen sink at them, and they're not committing men forward as much as maybe they had done.
Folks battling for it, loses it.
They're just a man down in midfield, you know, with Ramsey and just Allen playing in there.
Salahovic comes forward with it, plays in Lulic. They're in front of us on the left-hand touchline in the Wales half. Now they go back into their own half. Kuchalic, the substitute defender, on for Spahic, who was booked in the first half, plays it forward looking for Djuric. Ashley Williams had to stand his ground.
Just jumped into him, didn't he? Didn't allow him to jump.
And don't forget, you can call Rob, although it's Ian Hunt tonight, on 03700 100 110 immediately after this game. It's the Radio World Sports phone in. You can text 81012. You can tweet at BBC Radio Wales. Bale, who's still in there with 10 minutes to go. Davis on halfway, has to go back to the captain Williams. Now Bosnia have pulled everybody back into their own half. And it's back on again for Wales because Cyprus have scored a second against Israel. This is extraordinary. It's Vermouth who's got the second for Cyprus. Bale now into the penalty area, shoots! Oh, just wide. Shot from the left-hand edge of the penalty area, and Begovic watched it go past. But at the moment, Wales are still going through, even though they trail 1-0.
Well, I'll tell you what, Robson Kanu weren't far off the back post in just getting a touch on that. But looks like Vlahovic here is
and the Bosnian fans have just been told that Cyprus are leading Israel by 2-1.
Is that allowed? We never do that in our country.
Well, you're not in your own country now, Kevin Ratcliffe.
No.
Salihovic, there's a breaking play at the moment as Salihovic has gone down injured midway inside the Bosnian half. And it looks like Wales are going to make a couple of substitutions. And I do think this time it is Simon Church and maybe Dave Edwards coming on. Now, Bale is trotting across to the left side.
Well, they might be taking a energy drink on here, and maybe a little bit just to give him.
Over the game on Tuesday, Chris Coleman was saying last night that he didn't think Bale could play 90 minutes.
Well, looks like he's going to be staying on, doesn't it?
It is.
I mean, when you've got a shot like he's got, he's not really ran at defenders that we expect him to run at defenders
so
like
Dave
he does.
Edwards of Wolves is coming on for the last 8 minutes or so. Salihovic has gone off and is waiting to be called back on. Church and Edwards wait for Wales. That doesn't make sense. Allen challenging Duric, but they're just waiting for the second ball, Wales.
Yeah, but what's happening is your defenders aren't, so you get a little bit deeper, get the
Allen
second ball.
to Richards, can't control it. First time robbed by Zukanovic. Zukanovic not letting Richards anywhere near it. Ball into midfield, cut out by Williams. Now Williams into the Bosnian half, hasn't been there very often tonight. Allen can't fire it through a crowd of players. Davis has a 50-50. Oh, Taylor's taken out off the ball, but Davis is allowed to go on. Leaves it to Ramsey. Ramsey goes infield, and he's still going Ramsey into the penalty area, left-hand side. Plays in Davis, and then Ramsey commits a foul. No. Taylor says he was taken off the ball, and he's going to be booked for his pains. That's 2 yellows for Neil Taylor now. Remember, it's 3 that rules him out of Andorra on Tuesday, so no great damage done. Well, Taylor is booked.
Yeah, a little bit more cramp here. That was frustration from Neil Taylor. I mean, he's actually tackled him and he's nowhere near the ball. I mean, Ben Davies took the ball and he tackled Neil Taylor. I tell you what, it was a booking.
So it's Church on for Robson Kanu.
Dave for Joe Allen, is it?
And would it be Joe Allen?
Yeah.
He's hardly played any football this season.
Yeah,
so
Joe
Liverpool's Joe Allen makes way for Wolves' Dave Edwards for the final 8 minutes or so.
And whatever extra, Rob, there's going to be at least 4 minutes, surely, with the substitutes being brought on.
Well, let's hope Israel finish before this game.
Oh, another booking there.
That was
for Sunic.
That was Sunic, I think, for time wasting on that occasion. So Sunic gets a yellow. Well, this group has been full of surprises. The fact that Bosnia are scrambling for a playoff place when they were top seeds. Begovic has nicked at least, or tries to nick at least 15 yards, and Begovic is going to be booked.
Yeah, get him booked.
And he's arguing with the referee. Carry on, Asmir. So Asmir Begovic and Toni Sunic both booked in the same incident. But Wales still trail 1-0, and they've used up a little bit of time, but you'd hope the referee would add that on at the end. Duric the header on, but there's plenty of red shirts back there. Gunter in front of his own penalty area. Tucks it right to Richards.
He's got to go further.
Looks forward for the run of Church. Church can't get there. Comes back into the Wales right back position. Hennessy says, I'll deal with this. touches it forward to Gunter. Williams wants it. Now he brings it forward. Plenty of room to move forward because Bosnia are largely back in their own half, protecting the 1-0 lead given them by Milan Djuric, the substitute. Vokes wins a header. Church into the middle. Church, can he turn? And he does. And he lays it on for Edwards, but he had to take it quickly and he scooped it wide.
I'll tell you what, that was great link-up play by the three substitutes. Vokes with the knockdown, Simon Church getting his body across the centre-back and then laying it off to Dave Edwards, who just can't hit the target.
03700 100 110. Get your calls in. Text 81012. Tweet at BBC Radio Wales. 4 minutes to go on Radio Wales Sport and 5 Live Sport Extra here in Zenica. Wales are leading 1-0, but they're still on the brink because Israel are being beaten at home by Cyprus. These could be agonising minutes as we wait for the final score. Hennessy with the ball in his own penalty area. Can Wales ease the nerves? Davis fires it forward from the left side. Vokes beaten in the air by the substitute Kocelic, and he's caught him as well, but the ball is broken to Ramsey. Ramsey drives it out to the left side. Taylor pulls away, heads it back inside for Bale. Bale edge of the penalty area, goes on a run central. Can he shoot? He can. Took a deflection. Wales corner, only their second of the game.
Well, great crossfield cross, pass by Aaron Ramsey. Picks out Neil Taylor, who knocks it back, and he's on his right foot though, isn't he, Bale?
3 minutes to go. Ramsey corner from the right. Wales trail 1-0. There's more argy-bargy going on in the penalty area. The referee has stepped in. Israel still trail at home. Ramsey takes the corner from the right-hand side. Header towards goal. Begovic collects.
Easy. Made it look easy by, or made it look as if it was half a chance by going to ground, but he's just wasting time. He's an experienced keeper. Wasn't enough on it really. No pace.
Bale is still on. Williams wins the header on halfway, but it breaks to Zukanovic. Salihovic gets involved as well. Ball down this near side. Gunter inside to Edwards. Edwards can't control it. Gets robbed by Lulic. Pjanic. Taylor comes in from the left. Pjanic shoots! Oh, and it took a deflection, and that's what took it over Hennessy, and it's out for a corner. Just landed on the top of his net. He was stranded. He'd slipped as well.
It was a deflection as well, wasn't it? And it looped up and nearly beat Wayne Hennessy. It's on target. It's a goal. No rush to take this now.
Pjanic takes the corner from the right-hand side. There's a substitute coming on for...
And this is somebody with a bit of extra pace, I think, just to come on.
And the corner comes across, it hasn't been cleared by the Welsh defence, and it's turned in by Ibisevic, and Wales are going to tumble the defeat, but it still might be enough. It may not be too damaging, but they are going to lose their unbeaten record, and Bosnia will remain on course for the playoffs. Ibisevic from close range makes it Bosnia 2, Wales 0 in the final minute of action here in Zenica.
Not dealing with crosses, Rob. Unfortunately, first one didn't deal with. It didn't deal with the second ball, and then the corner comes in. We don't deal with the second phase of it. I'm afraid. You know, we've suffered by not being as resilient as we have been in the past. It wasn't a great ball in. It was relatively easy to deal with, and for some reason or other, we've not dealt with it. There goes our record, but and I think that this disappointing thing is, Rob, this is not a great side we're playing against.
It's injury time in Israel. It remains Cyprus leading by 2-1. So defeat here would still put Wales through with a game to go. Belgium will top the group. The Bosnians will be back in the hunt for the playoffs. If Israel lose, they'll leapfrog above Israel into third place. What a mixture of emotions here in Zenica.
Like I say, Rob, at the beginning of the second half, this game can be turned on its head in 5 minutes, and it certainly happened. You know, all of a sudden they've gone very British style, haven't they? You know, the pass way that British players or teams pumped it in the box, and we haven't been able to deal with it. You know, that bit of extra height and physicalness.
3 minutes of added time left to play here. We'll keep you up to date with the score from Israel. Even a draw would put would put Wales through. Even if Israel drew. 0-3 700 100 110. Don't let this scoreline deflate you. Throwing down this near side. Wales need to get it forward. With some comeback now, we're in injury time. Davis hoists it forward, looking for the substitute Vokes. Bosnia have held on for so long without threatening, but then 2 goals in the closing minutes. Looks to have put this game beyond Wales, but it hasn't put France beyond them. They've done enough already in this group. If Israel lose or draw tonight, give you that scoreline as soon as we have it. They're still playing there, they're still playing here on Radio World Sport and 5 Live Sport Extra. Wales are on the brink, but not the way they wanted to do it. They're trailing by 2-0. Gareth Bale is going to take a long throw. Bale into the box, may break for Edwards, will break for Ramsey. Ramsey on the edge of the penalty area, goes to ground. No penalty, says the referee. Bosnia could break away. Gunda sticks out a foot, does enough to stop the pass going forward. Taylor's bundled off the ball. Still no final score in Israel yet. It's bizarre, isn't it? It can only happen in tournament qualifying that you're keeping an eye on one game, but really the definitive action is elsewhere. Is it a free kick, I think? Israel have lost. Wales have lost by 2-0. But that result in Israel means the celebrations can still start. Wales will be in France next summer in the Euro 2016 finals. I look to my right and the Welsh fans are joyous. They know, I don't know whether the players do, but Chris Coleman's men, despite defeat here, have freed Welsh football from the shackles of their history. Half a century or more of heartache, of last gasp failure. Now they know they've done it. Chris Coleman goes to the Welsh fans in celebration, and why shouldn't he? We can finally banish the Bowden penalty, the playoff pain of 2003, and even forget that Joe Jordan handball and all the other injustices as the Welsh players surround Chris Coleman. The World Cup legends of '58, of Charles of Old Church and Jones, they finally have worthy successors who are diving on the grass in front of those Welsh fans. The golden generation, Bale, Williams, Ramsey, the rest, they finally glittered. And you can sort out the holiday plans for the summer, because Wales are going to the Euro 2016 finals. Here in Bosnia, they've lost 2-0, but forget that. Welsh football history has been rewritten forever. Kevin Ratcliffe.
Do you know what? Chris Coleman's walking across the pitch. He never shook hands with anybody. He was disappointed. He was absolutely livid, I think, with his team losing. And Mark Evans, he's come across to him, who's a member of the Welsh FA. He's come over to him and he's actually told him that Israel have actually lost in Cyprus. And straight away, he ran with his arms aloft, just straight towards the supporters. Mixed emotions, and no doubt what he's got and the rest of the players. They're so happy that it's been done, not here tonight, but by somebody else in Cyprus. I mean, how pleased are you for them players in one way, but disappointed in another?
Kevin Ratcliffe, after all the failures that you suffered, all the last gasp disappointments, what are those players feeling now, and how do you feel as a former Wales captain?
Well, I just feel absolutely elated for them. They're just, they've done something that a lot of other players have not done, have wanted to do. But they've deserved it. There's no doubt they deserve it.
As they all rush towards the cameraman in front of the Wales fans, the whole squad has won, just as it should be, and they go diving on the turf. What a night for Welsh football. The Bosnians do a lap of honour, but really the history has been made by Chris Coleman's men. What a triumph for Chris Coleman too. Remember, Wales trailed Andorra in the opening game of this group, and my, how they built and thrived since then.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to have a great night now Tuesday, aren't we? These players can actually enjoy the game. I did say before that I think we've done enough to actually get to France.
And no way they're leaving those 700 Welsh fans. They go running towards their stand again. What a scene
I
here.
think they've got Chris Coleman up there.
Now they lift Chris Coleman high above their heads. The Welsh manager in his best suit, which hasn't been dry cleaned all this campaign. Well, he's going to have to be cleaned now, particularly if they dropped him, because he's dropped out of sight then.
I tell you what, they must be strong lads.
These are scenes that people like Kevin Ratcliffe alongside me, people who suffered, people who've seen all those near misses in the past, they thought may never happen. Who would have thought Wales in a group involving Belgium and top seeds Bosnia would be going all the way to the Euro 2016 finals in France. It's been a scarcely believable evening. It's been an odd evening because Wales have actually lost for the first time in the group. But history will reflect that Wales have done it here tonight, and there's going to be a huge party in Cardiff on Tuesday. Bring the Beaujolais, bring the champagne. It's Wales against Andorra. It's celebration time because voila, Wales are going to France next summer.
Chris, a 2-0 defeat can't ever have felt as good as this, can it?
No, it hasn't. I thought we did enough to get something out of the game, in all honesty, but gutted coming off. We don't know what the other result is, and now we do. Wow. I can't explain to you how it feels. I'm disappointed because we lost, but I know what's coming. And this lot here, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable, and I deserve it.
It's been a hell of a campaign, hasn't it?
I mean, it's absolute dream. It's the first time tonight. Defensively, we got a bit flustered in the second half, but under the circumstances, you can understand. You can understand the lads getting a bit flustered. But over the campaign, to concede 4 goals in 9 games, 2 in 1 game, as a unit, we've been absolutely fantastic.
What does this mean for Wales, for these people, Chris?
It means everything. They've dreamed about. We've all dreamed about this. Celebrating. We've had a lot of disappointments, and we've nearly got there, haven't delivered. They've delivered. They deserve it.
Chris, go and enjoy the celebrations. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Chris Gunter, how does that feel?
Strange in a way. It's disappointing to lose the game. Obviously, when the game's going on, it's disappointing. But I mean, these are we've waited 65 years for this, and I mean, these guys here, they've been travelling for years and years, and this means more than just a game of football. This is it's unbelievable, and it's a special feeling.
It's going to be quite a night, I suspect, isn't it? It's been a long time coming, as you suggest.
Yeah, and it's gone on for a while. We've known that you know, we could have qualified in the Israel game last month, and we had to wait, and you know, we're losing there, and we're trying to press for a goal, and yeah, no, it's going to be a good night. There's probably 40 people here who've worked hard for 2-3 years, and no, it's just, yeah, we'll have a good night. Yeah.
Go and start it. Well done. Well done, Chris.
Get in there. Come on, France. Let's go.
OG, well done.
It's a proud moment, it's emotional, and it's one that we'll never ever forget.
What can this mean for Welsh football?
Neil, coming in.
It means for Welsh football, it means that.
Go on, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me how you feel.
Over the moon, you know, so proud of this team, of what we've achieved, and you know, it's just hopefully we've made the whole nation proud, and no, it's just a great achievement from us, and it was a dream come true when that final whistle, because you know, this is all. This is what I've wanted to do with this national team, is to try and get them and have an influence on them getting to a major championship, and finally have achieved that.
When did you know that you were through?
I knew we had half a chance with 5 minutes to go because I saw it on the board going across. I saw Cyprus were going 2-1, so yeah, it was sort of weird mixed emotions on the pitch then with 5 minutes to go, but there we go. We did all the hard work, you could say, before this game. We got ourselves in a great position, and yeah, we're going to enjoy this.
You've had some success with Arsenal, but where does this rank? Because you were so proud as a Welshman.
Of course, yeah, this is definitely up there with one of the greatest achievements in my career, and possibly will be until the day comes when I retire. So to get this country to a major championship is a great achievement. You know, we're not a massive nation, but we're a nation with you know, a lot of hungry players for success. So hopefully we can stay at this level now.
The golden generation is finally glittering, isn't it?
Of course, yeah. We've been together for a long time now, and you can feel that we've come. You know, we've had some really low times, but you know, we've stuck together as a team. We've grinded out some results and got better with the years. So when we finally shown now this campaign what we're capable of doing, and hopefully now, you know, we can finish the job off on style on Tuesday.
Nobody wants to miss that occasion, do they, on Tuesday? Even if you're on one leg, you want to be out there?
Of course, yeah, I want to be out there. It's going to be a great occasion at home. We've already qualified, so I'm sure it'll be a great atmosphere and one for everybody to remember and to be a part of.
Atmosphere, Aaron, that you've been looking forward to, because the incentive has been there all the way through this campaign, this final game in Cardiff?
Of course, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. You know, as a sellout, we're at home. We've already qualified, so it's going to be a sort of party atmosphere anyway. So I'm sure all the players will enjoy themselves out there, and hopefully we can finish off with style.
And you talk about those times just quickly. What was that dressing room like then with the good times?
Yeah, it was brilliant. There was a lot of beer being thrown everywhere and drinks and things. So yeah, it was a great occasion, and it'll stick with me forever. Thank you.
Gareth, many congratulations. How do you feel?
Yeah, I think it's hard to put into words, but I think it'll probably go down as the best loss in my career. So no, it's obviously something we've been working hard for since I started, and yeah, I think fair credit to all the boys, all the staff, all the fans. It's a moment to enjoy.
What has it been like in that dressing room?
Yeah, very fun. Yeah, no, it's something as I said, we've been working hard for, and now we've done it. No matter what way it was, we crossed the line, and yeah, I think we're going to enjoy the occasion now.
Have you thought about all the times Wales went so close? You watched as a boy, and great players, Hughes, Rush, Southall, Ratcliffe, those sort of players, didn't do what you just done.
Yeah, well, obviously we know the history of Wales, and I think we're the first team to actually qualify properly. So it's going to go down in history. But there's still a lot of hard work to do after this.
How determined are you after, everybody doubted your fitness, but you would be out there on one leg on Tuesday, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, obviously it's difficult. I haven't played for 3 to 4 weeks now. I had 20 minutes on the weekend, which isn't really much. But no, it's good to obviously get some minutes as well. My fitness obviously this will help, and hopefully I'll be saying to the gaffer I want to be playing. So
horrible question, but you won the Champions League. Where does this compare?
Yeah, I think it's right up there, to be honest, if not above it. So it's. Everybody knows how important Wales are to me, and how proud we all are to play for our country, and it ranks top, if not on a par with everything else.
And you'll be playing on the stage with some great your teammates.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's been our aim the whole time, and we've managed to put a good run of games in a qualification campaign, which we've been lacking of in the past. So it's obviously great to get the job done, and we'll enjoy this moment now.
Well done.
Thank you.
You're obviously on adrenaline right now, but do you think it will take some time to sink in?
No.
quick message to say thanks for everyone for staying at home. I know it's disruptive, work is disruptive, but we're all in this together. And we're doing it for the greater good. Help the NHS. Save lives. Stay at home.
Hi guys, we're all aware of the fantastic job that the NHS are doing at the moment. It's been incredible. So let's help them out by staying at home and saving lives. Thank you.
Diolch to everyone who is staying at home at the moment. I know it's really hard, I know it's disruptive, and I know work is suffering. But we're all in it for the greater good, and we're in it together. Protect our NHS, save lives, and stay at home. Thank you.
Just like to say a really big thank you to all those key workers working hard within Wales to keep us safe and sound. Diolch.
Our key workers are doing such an important job. Diolch to everybody and continue the fantastic work. It's important that all of us in Wales stay at home and protect the NHS.
Help the NHS. Protect lives. Stay home.